product market fit. Those are the magical words you're looking for when you're building your company. That's the key for traction. But where you get it, how do you get it, who should you ask advice, whose opinion matters, where do you get business validation? This is the topic today. A lot to cover. Let's get started. When you're building a company, maybe you've been in the journey already a few years, you have a mission, you have a dream, you already know where you're gonna go, at least in the big picture. And you have stumbled upon things, you have experienced a lot of trials and errors, you have learned a lot. You know what works, what does not work. You're really convinced that this is something you want to do, and this is so great thing for those people who are going to be your customers. Well, here's the kicker. Here's the twist in the story. The other people, those people who are going to be your customers and those you're going to ask some advice, knock on some doors and talk to, don't know what you know. They have not experience those things, what you have. So when you're talking to them, sounds a bit strange, weird, unfamiliar, and everything which goes to that category usually is certain type of threat, because it means change. And change, well, we usually take it in a negative way, because we need to change, we need to do something differently, and because we don't know what's happening in the change, that's a threat. And fears are something which are also related a lot to the topic today, and you will see very soon why. Let's go through a bit of obvious answers, things which may come to your mind as a categories of people to go to. Friends and family, they know you so well. They are hopefully your fans, and they support you on your journey. Well, you could certainly ask their opinion, but a friend of mine, he's playing saxophone, and his teacher was saying that he's now going out and doing that publicly. And for the first gig, the advice was that don't play to the people who know you. Don't go and perform to friends and family. That's not a good idea. And this same applies to the product market fit. Yeah, certainly you can share the journey, what you're doing with people who know you, but it may not be a good idea to weight their opinion too highly in this matter. The same applies to a few other categories as well. For example, investors. Well, they are capital allocators. They're really good at, hopefully at least, allocating the money and evaluating risks. But they are service provider. They're not building companies. That's your job. Certainly they see what's in the market, but still it's not their role to build companies. So if you start to take their advice, certainly you should listen to them, because they see a lot. But if you start to let them to lead you, then you become a follower, and you're not the practitioner building the companies. So what's another category? If you already have some customers, existing customers, maybe another line of business, and they kind of are dependent on you. They need the product or service what you're providing. And you start to signal that, what do you think if I start to do this or that? Well, their opinion might be also a bit biased, because they have a vested interest in your current state of affairs. They might fear that you will not provide the service what you're doing in the later days if you start to do something else. Similar story happens with the suppliers, all the other people in your circles, if they have certain kind of vested interest in your current state of affairs? Well, all these categories have also something in common. If they know you, it doesn't really matter what's the category of people. If they know you maybe for a long period of time, they already have some kind of a label in their mind for you. They see you as a certain type of person doing certain type of things. And if you now do something completely different, you have changed your field, you're doing completely different things, they may not actually have changed the label and see the future in the same way as you do. So the response you might expect from them may not be exactly as exciting or thrilling as you would hoped for. So what we have left? What are the places to go whose opinions would matter? Well, if you go to the general public, just the regular people and ask, should we do this? Should we do that? I did an interview with Johan Nordberg, Open the Progress of Human Society, was his latest book, and there he was actually describing as well that no matter what's the new innovation, whether it's just for us a simple thing as a fork or bicycles or pretty much anything which is new and unfamiliar, people were not thrilled at all about it in the beginning. It was a threat. It was ridiculed. It was something not to be used. And that is the state of affairs when you're building something as well. So what is left? Well, I was waiting for your answer, so you had a moment to think, and the answer is obviously your customers, those who you are building the thing. You have some kind of an idea who your customers are, your target group, and you should knock on those doors, talk to them, and build the company, build the product, build the vision together with them, value their opinion, and be careful that you pick the right ones. And you narrow down the customer segment to the right people in right stages of your growth as well. They are early adapters, those really visionary people who are really love to get anything new, and for the sake of novelty, they are happy to bend backwards and forwards and sideways and do whatever necessary just to be first and experiment new things. That's their thrill. They are so excited about new things. And that's one kind of customer group, but usually it's not big enough for you to have a profitable and scalable business. But those customers might be really excited and fun to talk with, and they can certainly help you. But just keep in mind that you need more people to have a solid business. And for that purpose, you need to extend the circle of people you're talking. And further along you go this route, it becomes harder and harder to sell to those people because they care less what you're doing. And they have other alternatives which are equally good or good enough, or they can live without. And that's the challenge, to find different types of people who are your customers and serve them in the right order and do all those things in a manner that you can also, at the best of your opportunities, skills and capabilities, also charge them value added. What are you adding, and taking a tiny bit of that to yourself. Profits, that is. That's the topic today. Business validation. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you have any comments, leave them on the section below, and see you next time.